Again, I say welcome to another episode of John's Sports Corner. And I will tell you this, just yesterday, we had an extremely gratifying meeting with Mr. Len Chambers, who has an exciting book on the market. And John is going to tell you the title of the book. I have reserved that action for him to do. But I would like to say this, that cricket is going to explode in America because there's a budding flame out there. And after what we went through with the World Cup, I think that the road has been set, John, for cricket to take off in this country. What do you think?
I certainly think so, Trevor. And once again, folks, it's time for John's Sports Corner on the Sosofat Media Network. Good afternoon and welcome. Let me also remind you, before I get into the meat of things, that you may go to Winner Circle Sports in the Sosofat shop, and there are several items there, merchandise, that you can purchase. The Winner Circle logo will be on the merchandise. And of course, I think the big ticket item there is the great Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee.
Oh, yes.
Christmas is coming. So the rum cake will go well with the Blue Mountain coffee. But, as I say, there are several items here and that you can purchase. Yesterday, we had Mr. Len Chambers on with us, a member of the Cricket Hall of Fame, and he was inducted into the Cricket Hall of Fame in 2018. And he has written a book that he has titled, Through the Years, My Life in Cricket. And certainly the chat we had with Len yesterday will be up on Sosofat TV.
Oh, yes.
So you can go and listen to the chat we had with Len. As usual, I like to start with birthdays, as recently some birthdays. I don't know if a lot of you used to follow football, which is the American football, the one with you run with your hand in your hand. But one of the great footballers of yesteryear who played with that Pittsburgh Steelers dynasty of 1974 to 75 by the name of Joe Green. And they used to call him Mean Joe Green.
Mean Joe Green.
Mean Joe Green.
And he had one of the best commercials on television.
On television, yeah.
When he took that towel and threw it to this kid and just light up his
Yep.
I remember that.
Mean Joe Green, that's right. Also, reggae boy Ricardo Gardner celebrated a birthday. Former West Indies cricketer, may God rest his soul, Grayson Shillingford, out of Dominica, would have celebrated a birthday. Also, another cricketer, West Indies cricketer, who would have celebrated as Inchan Ali, and the part of that great Chicago Bulls duo, Scottie Pippen.
Oh, yes.
Celebrated a birthday.
Michael and Scottie.
Today, we say happy birthday to Jamaica Football Federation President Michael Ricketts, who celebrates a birthday. Also, the Queen of Tennis, who recently retired, Serena Williams, celebrates a birthday today. On Saturday, former Jamaica hurdler athlete Deuce Carter, he will celebrate a birthday. And Morris Smith, our medalist in the decathlon, he celebrates a birthday. And one of my favorite Jamaican boxers would have celebrated a birthday on Sunday coming, Bunny Grant. I'll
Bonnie
never
Grant.
forget that Sports Life magazine article that said, if you want to keep your money, you put it on Bunny.
Put it on Bonnie. You know, John, before you go on, I wonder sometimes why some of our some of our past greats like that don't get like a post, don't get posthumous awards, you know? Because Bonnie Grant was he was such a trailblazer, such a, in our eyes, And we hardly hear his name mentioned now, John.
Well, he has been gone a while now, and I suppose, um,
But so
and
but
I
so as Bo-
remember years.
but
I
so
think,
so as
I
so as
think he, I think he got some kind of thing, Trevor. I remember speaking to his daughter
uh-huh.
a few years back when I was on that other platform, WVIP, and we had his daughter on.
Okay.
In a matter of fact, she was living in England. She lives in England, and and we were able to contact her, and she spoke to us because I think she went down to Jamaica. They were honoring Bonnie Grant.
Okay.
But I'll double check that. But I think he was honored a few years ago. But one of my absolutely favorite boxers, I remember sometime going to the gym to watch him work out and see him skipping rope. I said, whoa, I wish I could skip rope like that. He was a beauty to watch. Anyway, heartiest congratulations to Puerto Rico's Jasmine Camacho Quinn and the USA's Sidney McLaughlin LeBron, who are inducted into the University of Kentucky Athletics Hall of Fame for 2024. And St. Lucia's sprint queen, Julian Alfred, has finally landed on home soil since her sensational runs at the Paris Olympic Games, where she won the women's 100 meters and placed second in the 200 meters. She was greeted at the airport by Prime Minister Philip Pierre and other high-ranking officials. And in welcoming the sprint queen, Prime Minister Pierre noted that Julian's recent achievements at the Olympic Games transcend sports and that they have been a source of inspiration to all St. Lucians. Puma, who sponsors her footwear, has also pledged to provide footwear for all students at her Cicerone primary school that she attended. The 4 days of national celebration, Trevor, ends tomorrow with a celebratory concert at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Tomorrow has also been declared Julian Alfred Day by the St. Lucian government.
I mean, John, she had quite a reception when she got off that plane, The
Oh
Prime Minister
my.
was there,
Oh man.
okay?
And the red carpet.
And the red carpet.
That was laid out for her.
Yes.
It was really gratifying to see the reception and how St. Lucians celebrated their queen.
Yes.
And boy, I tell you, sorry I couldn't be there to celebrate with them. It must be something to behold.
Well, I have to say this, that maybe we are spoiled down in Jamaica, because we see what happened when a team wins when Argentina won when Messi won his first world title, and you saw that you have a ticker tape parade, John. I mean, people give holidays to their workers.
Yeah.
But
remember, Trevor, when Jamaica qualified 97 World Cup, the Prime Minister declared the next day a holiday.
Okay.
Don't forget. The next day, Prime Minister, I think it was PJ. Was it PJ?
Yeah, it has to be PJ's time, because
yeah, I think it was PJ declared the next day public holiday.
yes.
Sharp lock.
Yes.
But it's great to see when our people excel like that
Yes.
and we recognize them. Uh, And it's always good to recognize them when they can still smell the roses,
Yes. 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 Yes.
you
And
know.
yes. Yes.
Now, you'd think the Diamond League final would have closed the track and field season, but no. Coming up later is the inaugural Atlas meet at the Icon Stadium right here in New York. The meet um, set up by Alexis Ohanian Reddit, who is actually the husband of one Serena Williams,
No.
you know, is a meet for women only. Jamaica's
Women only.
Danielle, women only.
Wow.
Jamaica's Danielle Williams is down to compete in the 100 hurdles, and also Natalia Gould-Toppin in the 800 meters. And athletes are expecting to go home with significant dollars.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
but but
the
but I still think that the attendance might not be what they're expecting without some of our Jamaican superstars. None of our traditional name brand people, you know.
but yeah, there are several other athletes from the US and other countries, but I don't know if it's too late in the, I think it's more like too late in the season. I don't know. If it was like more in July, June, July, August,
Mhm, mhm.
but at this time of the year, September almost into October, I'm not sure what kind of attendance they'll get. But but just and as an extension to that, the Diamond League circuit will certainly have company next year too, as American sprint legend Michael Johnson launched a lucrative athletic league starting 2025 called Grand Slam Track.
Whoa, what?
So athletes are there will be more opportunities for athletes to earn dollars, you
Yes,
know, I guess outside of their athletic wear contracts.
yes.
Yeah. And even the Diamond League, and I don't know if that track meet that is being organized now by Michael Johnson has caused the Diamond League now to also significantly increase their monies for next year's Diamond League.
Okay. Well,
You know,
we see what happened in golf, when we had a breakaway,
yeah.
and we see also what happened in soccer, when again, the threat of a new league, you know, cause people to pull back a little bit and put more money on the table.
Well, and especially when these new leagues or organizations, they have the oil that can't spoil.
Oh yeah. Yes, 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 yes,
And the oil money runs deep.
yes, yes, yes,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, Trevor, retirement from international cricket is no more in the cards for Jamaican West Indies cricketer Andre Russell.
Mm.
Apparently, Russell had indicated that the 2024 World Cup would be his last. However, we understand he has had a conversation with the white ball captain, Darren Sammy, and there seemed to be a change of mind now as he's eyeing the 2026 World Cup,
Okay,
which will be hosted by India and Sri Lanka.
okay.
Caribbean Premier League cricket, Guyana Amazon Warriors by 47 runs over Barbados Royals. Warriors 219 for 8 from 20 overs. Shea Hope 71, Shimron Hetmeyer 57, Mahesh Theek Shana 3 for 15 from 4 overs. Royals 172 for 9 from 20 overs. David Miller 71 not out. Budakesh Moti, 3 for 42 from 4 overs. Moin Ali, 2 for 16 from 4 overs. Then St. Lucia Kings by 80 runs over the Trinbago Knight Riders. Kings 218 for 6 from 20 overs. Johnson Charles coming up big with 89. Faf Duplessis 59. Kieran Pollard 4 for 38 from 4 overs. The Knight Riders 138 in 17.5 overs. Jason Roy got 41, top scoring. Noor Ahmed 3 for 39 from 4 overs. David Weiss 2 for 27 from 3.5 overs. Dwayne Bravo has played his last Caribbean Premier League game following a groin injury in the match against the St. Lucia Kings. Bravo had set his retirement date at the end of this Caribbean Premier League tournament. Anyway, St. Lucia Kings sit atop the points table with, they have 12 points, followed 14 points rather, followed by Guyana Amazon Warriors, 12 points, Barbados Royals, 10, so too Trinbago Knight Riders. And those are the playoff-bound teams. Meanwhile, the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots pack their bags for home.
Pack their bags.
Yes.
But John, you have to look at the smaller islands that they seem to have more of their talent going into cricket than some of the bigger places, because we look at their population and the fact that you're talking about who is at top of the league right now. Okay, you have to consider if the smallness make their cricket more valuable to them or more appreciated by them, and it rubs off deep into the culture. And I say that
Trevor,
Jamaica seems to have thinned out,
Remember, there was a time in Jamaica cricket was king,
Yes, that's my point.
But soccer and track and field, I think, have come to the top of the table now in Jamaica. And cricket has kind of taken a back seat. And in the Eastern Caribbean, and I think really, except for Trinidad and Tobago, who have had a pretty good soccer team and who have themselves, the men's team, gone on to the FIFA World Cup. The other Caribbean islands do not, cannot say, they do not excel in these other sports.
Right.
Like Jamaica. Yet, you look at like a Bahamas and I think like Bermuda, who excel in swimming.
Right.
And, you wonder in Jamaica, what's happening in Jamaica, why we don't have more top-class swimmers, and there are so many swimming clubs in Jamaica and so much swimming going on. So, I guess, depending on the area you're from, what might interest the people there. And cricket really, yes, as you say, the Eastern Caribbean, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Antigua and Barbuda, they do have some good little cricketers.
Yes.
Yeah. And, and I think West Indies cricket now has to depend on the smaller islands,
yes,
to produce the top-class cricketers. And they did produce top-class cricketers of yesteryear, like Sir Vivian Richards, Richard Richards, Curtly Ambrose,
Frank Worrell, Garfield Slubbers.
Barbados dominated back then.
Barbados still is a small space too.
Yes, and they dominated. And but I think I might be wrong, but I think we are seeing now some of our better cricketers are coming from the other smaller islands, the Antigua and Barbuda, St.
Yes.
Lucia, St. Kitts, those. Um, Barbados, as far as I'm concerned, have not produced a top-class cricketer
Right.
in quite a while. And so too Guyana,
Right. Yeah.
who did produce some of the, and Trinidad and Tobago, as a matter of fact.
You know,
Um,
it is strange that yesterday we were mentioning Rohan Kanai. And I'm
mhm.
saying to myself, I need to ask George, what happened to Kali Charan?
Alvin Kali.
Yeah.
I think Alvin Kalicharan lives here in New York, in somewhere in America. I'm not sure exactly where, but I think he's on these shores,
Okay.
and I can confirm that.
Okay.
But I think Alvin Kali is here, and of course, he was one of my favorite batsmen back then.
Well, Rohan Kanai and Kali Charan, man, I mean, those
Alvin
you know,
Kali,
those two men were a good pair.
yeah. Matter of fact, I know his brother Derek used to be playing in the league here, what the Sunday leagues here, or
Okay.
the weekend leagues, I should call it.
Mm.
But I have not really been to one because of what is happening now with my Sunday program. I
Yeah.
have not been to a Sunday match in a long time, and I know there was a final Sunday gone.
Okay.
But no, I think his brother Derek lives here too. Derek Kalicharan.
Okay.
Uh, Congratulations to former Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies women's captain Marissa Aguilera, who was given the prestigious Hummingbird Medal Gold Award by the Trinidad and Tobago National Awards that took place on Tuesday. I think it was, Trevor. The Hummingbird Medal Gold Award is one of Trinidad and Tobago's highest honors, and despite her retirement in 2009, she is still very much involved with aspiring cricketers, particularly women. She led the West Indies women's team from 2009 to 2015 and was part of the 2016 West Indies women's T20 ICC championship team.
Mm.
England pulled one back on Australia in their 5-game one-day international series by winning Game 3 by 46 runs through the Duckworth-Lewis method. Australia 304 for 7 from 50 overs. Alex Carey 77 not out. Steve Smith 60. Jofra Archer 2 for 67 from 10 overs. England 254 for 4 from 37.4 overs when the rains came and sent the players scampering, with England 46 runs ahead of the Duckworth-Lewis par score. Harry Brook was 110 not out and Liam Livingstone 33 not out. Australia lead the series 2-1. Game 4 at Lord's tomorrow. Turning our attention to football, members of the former Menelik football team that played in the Brooklyn Leagues during the 70s and 80s have come together and will be having a 50th anniversary gathering on Saturday. I am personally looking forward to that because most of the guys I played with back then, Trevor, I have not seen in donkey's years.
So let's get this straight before we lose our listeners. When you said football,
Soccer.
okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. I forget the United States is the only place that calls football soccer.
So just repeat that for confirmation.
Yeah, soccer. It was really well, actually, they were the second team that I played with, and second and only other team. Because when I came back here in 75, 76, somewhere around there, I did play one practice match. Back then, there was a team called Jamaica Bays.
Okay.
And I played one match with them against Menelik. And then Jamaica Bay, I guess they decided they weren't going to play any league football anymore. And I knew some of the folks from the men league team, and there were a lot of youngsters at the time. So I went and played with them. Anyway, across the waters, Cavalier opened defense of their Jamaica Premier League title with a come-from-behind 2-1 win over Portmore. Jamaro Calvin and an own goal gifted Cavalier the win after the Tariq Jimenez opening goal for Portmore. Portmore defeated Cavalier twice last season. Cavalier suffered the same medicine last night when Humble Lions scored in the 90th minute to hold Cavalier to a 1-1 stalemate. Cavalier played the last 12 minutes with 10 men. In other games, Veer defeated Malines 3-1. Racing 1-0 over Dunbeholden. Humble Lion and Tivoli in a 0-0 stalemate, while Harbour View won their first game, defeating Montego Bay United 2-1. And talking about Humble Lion, rather Dunbeholden, Philip Williams has resigned as coach after only 2 Premier League games, citing a conflict with his duties as a teacher at St. Andrew Technical High School. The Dunbeholden lost their first game 3-0 to Arnett Gardens last week, and their second game on Sunday to Racing. The club is hoping to name a replacement before the weekend, because next up for Dunbeholden is a home game against Mount Pleasant. Dominican Republic's Shibao Football Club are through to the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup semifinals after a come-from-behind 3-2 win over Trinidad and Tobago's AC Port of Spain. Meanwhile, Jamaica's Arnett Gardens and Haiti's Real Hope shared the spoils in a 0-0 encounter in Jamaica last night. Next up for Real Hope will be Mount Pleasant next Thursday, while Arnett Gardens have a date with Cavalier also next Thursday. Real Madrid across the waters forward Kylian Mbappe would be on the sidelines for a couple games after leaving Sunday's game against Deportivo Alaves with a thigh injury. Tests show an injury to the biceps femoris of the left leg. I guess your biology, Latin word, Trevor, femoris.
Yes. Oh, me miserable.
You know, he did score one of the 3 goals for Madrid in their win. And their next match is away to Atletico Madrid on Sunday. Then there is, of course, English Premier League. Last weekend, Chelsea 3-0 over West Ham, Aston Villa 3-1 over Wolverhampton Wanderers. Leon Bailey, Jamaica's Leon Bailey, back on the pitch after sitting out 2 weeks with an injury. And Fulham 3-1 over Newcastle. Leicester City and Everton in a 1-1 stalemate. Liverpool 3-0 over Bournemouth. Southampton and Ipswich in a 1-1 stalemate. Tottenham 3-1 over Brentford. Crystal Palace and Manchester United in a 0-0 stalemate. Manchester City and Arsenal in a 2-2 stalemate. Also Brighton and Nottingham Forest in a 2-2 stalemate.
Wow. That thing must have been good this weekend.
And we go back into Jamaica, where the Jamaica football schoolboy season is in full swing. However, heavy rains and waterlogged fields forced the postponement of a few games. And in Manning Cup, there was Eltham and Hydel. Haile Selassie against St. Andrew Technical, Vauxhall against Camperdown, and Bridgeport against Jamaica College, Pembroke against Pembroke Hall against Excelsior, but then some of these games were replayed, I think, yesterday. And in Manning Cup, Campion 2-0 over Penwood, Kingston College 7-0 over Meadowbrook, JC, Jamaica College, they defeated Bridgeport 9-0.
Oh my. There's no mercy, no mercy rule, huh?
No mercy rule. St. Andrew Technical High School 1-0 over Haile Selassie. Excelsior 11-0 over Pembroke Hall.
No mercy rule, huh?
Vauxhall and Camperdown in a 1-1 stalemate. Wilmers 42 over Tivoli. St. Jago 9-0 over Edith Dalton James. Charles Smith.
No mercy rule, huh?
No mercy rule. Charles Smith 4-0 over Waterford High. Dunbeholden Dunoon 4-0 over Ardean. Calabar 8-1 over Kingston Technical High School, and Papine 3-1 over Manly. In the Costa Cup, Newell and St. Elizabeth Technical in a 1-1 stalemate. Monroe squeezed by Magatti 3-2. Mount St. Joseph Catholic and Manchester High in a 1-1 stalemate. Yalas 2-0 over Seaford. Happy Grove 3-1 over Port Bogle. Titchfield 3-0 over Horace Clark. St. Mary Technical 2-1 over Wycliffe Martin. Ocho Rios 10-1 over Ferncourt. Cornwall 5-1 over Green Pond. Lennon 3-1 over Denby. Spot Valley 1-0 over William Nib. Portmore, no mercy rule, Trevor. 20-0 over Iona.
No, we need mercy rule.
Fogar Road 4-0 over Virtec. Garvey 5-1 over Kemps Hill. Mannings 5-0 over Grange Hill. Irwin 3-1 over Herbert Morrison. St. James 2-0 over Malden. BB Coke and Lacovia in a 0-0 stalemate, while Christiana 2-1 over Knox College. Jamaica Reggae Girl captain Khadija Bonishaw back on the field for her women's Super League team, Manchester City, after sitting out a few games last season because of an injury.
Mm-hmm.
She played the entire opener of the 2-2 draw with Arsenal on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamaica under-16 Sunshine Girls in netball and Denby High School closed out their Island Vibes 2-game series against their Trinidadian counterparts with sweeps. Jamaica under-16 girls 42-16 over Trinidad and Tobago under-16s. Jodianne Flemings named player of the match, while Denby High School ramped to a 35-15 win over Trinidad and Tobago's under-18. Abigail Williams named player of the match. Netball Jamaica's first vice president, Simone Forbes, has dubbed the weekend event a success and says there are already other countries who would like to participate in the Island Vibes tournament in 2025.
Okay.
Quick note on tennis. 4-time Japanese Grand Slam winner Naomi Osaka has former Serena Williams coach Patrick Muratoglu as her coach now, and she defeated Italy's Lucia Bronzetti 6-3, 6-2 in her first match with her new coach in the China Open. I think Coco Gauff too, Trevor, has added a coach to her schedule. Good. And she's also in China, and she plays tomorrow. So we'll keep taps on that to see how she's doing. But
yes,
that's where I put a wrap on John Sports Corner on Sosofat Media Network for this afternoon. But remember, guys, if you go to the Winner Circle store in the Sosofat shop, you can pick up the merchandise that's there, including the great Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee.
Yes, John. Thank you so much for that excellent wrap this evening. And of course, again, we say that Thanksgiving is coming up. Surprise the wife men by getting them some rum cake. Okay? Rum cake. And men, surprise the ladies by not giving them by giving them a bun.
And you know,
Easter bun, that is, from the Winner's Circle shop on Sosofat Media Network, www.sosofat.com. This is one time when it's very legal and very acceptable to give somebody a bun.
but all here on the Sosofat Media Network.
Yes.
Just you know, just go to one of the stores,
Yes.
and because there are several stores within the Sosofat Media Network. But you know, as I say, the Winner Circle Sports Store is there too,
Yes.
and you can get whatever you like there. And as I say, you know, Christmas is coming, and you
Yes.
might want to go to the Sosofat Media store to solve your gift giving for Christmas.
Yes, and order early. You know, you don't have to wait until Christmas to order. Order and set up a delivery date, and it will be delivered on the day that you want it. Just like
Mhm.
flowers for thanks, you know, for Mother's Day or Valentine's Day. You can do the same thing. Order your Blue Mountain coffee. Order your gift baskets from the Winner's store. Okay, with gift baskets, you know, with coffee and bun and sorrel and you know other little things that are there. When you know, make a great Christmas gift for your in-law if you like them. Otherwise, you can just get them a rum cake.
Yeah,
So again,
and you know, Trevor, that Blue Mountain coffee, you know, can you imagine you get awake Christmas morning
oh yeah,
and that aroma is circling through the house. Hmm?
listen, you feel like a king
There's
when
no
you sit
coffee
down with
that
your cup of
smells like that Blue Mountain coffee.
no, and again, you know, it has less acidity than the other coffees. That means, that,
Mm.
as a matter of fact, if you brew it a certain way, it actually tastes like chocolate.
Mm.
Okay, depending on the roasting of the beans, and you know, it is the only coffee that does not have that bitter aftertaste.
Mm.
Sometimes a company's coffee, um, you know, that you mask that they try to mask it with the milk and with the cream. Okay, but it is the only coffee that does not have that bitter aftertaste. And we roast it, and to a certain point, it actually tastes like hot chocolate when you're drinking it. That's
And I
the
think, if I might say, it's the only coffee that if you drink it, I say, I want more.
yes, yes. So again, I thank you for tuning in to John's Sports Corner, and we will be coming back to you next week, same time. Please share this information with our friends, with your friends, our friends, and with our community. It is the only platform out there now that consistently gives you sports from our culture and around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much.